The windshield wipers screeched against glass already blurred by swirling snow. The storm had arrived earlier than expected, blanketing the interstate in white and swallowing the horizon into a cold blur. Beside the Ford Explorer, Margaret Reynolds gripped the steering wheel tightly, her knuckles white. Her husband, David, sat beside her, map spread across his lap, though it was nearly useless now. Their 12-year-old daughter, Ellie, lay curled in the back seat beneath a fleece blanket, her headphones off, sensing her parents' rising anxiety. "It's getting worse," Margaret said, her voice trembling. "I can barely see the road." David glanced out the window. "There's a rest area up ahead, maybe a mile or two. Just make it there, hon." But fate had other plans. As they crested a small hill, the SUV gave a shudder, wheels spinning helplessly. The vehicle slowed, then stopped, caught in a deep drift of snow. Margaret pressed the gas, but the tires only spun. "We're stuck." She whispered. David got out, snow lashing against his coat, and tried digging around the wheels with his hands. It was useless. The snow was too deep and the wind too fierce. Margaret's breath fogged the glass as she turned to Ellie. "Everything's going to be okay, sweetie." But inside, she wasn't sure. The temperature was dropping rapidly. Cell service was flickering. The heater, for now, kept them warm. But what if help didn't come? Minutes turned to hours. The storm grew louder, more insistent. Ellie began to cry softly, and David, despite his best efforts, could not hide the fear behind his steady demeanor. Then, through the veil of snow, headlights, a red pickup truck slowed down beside them. The window rolled down, revealing a woman, wrapped in a thick coat and scarf. Her cheeks were windburned, but her eyes held warmth. "Y'all need help," she shouted over the wind. David hurried to her. "We're stuck. No cell service. My daughter, we have to keep her warm." The woman nodded. "I'm Lisa. My cabin's not far from here. Come on. I got heat and cocoa." Margaret hesitated, but something in Lisa's voice felt genuine, grounding. They bundled Ellie in blankets, and Lisa helped them transfer into the truck. Her hands were rough but gentle, her voice calm. Inside the cabin, warmth enveloped them. Like a miracle, a fire crackled in the hearth. Lisa handed Ellie a mug of hot chocolate. "Snow's a beast up here," Lisa said. "But we take care of each other." Margaret looked at her. "Why would you help strangers like this?" Lisa smiled. "Because someone once helped me, same way. In a blizzard just like this." Word spread quickly in Lisa's small mountain community. The next morning, neighbors came knocking, some with food, others with blankets. A few with offers of snowplows. A man named Greg helped dig out the SUV. A woman named Ruth offered extra propane heaters, just in case. A teenager named Luis, still in braces, baked muffins and shoveled Lisa's driveway. The Reynolds family had never seen anything like it. That evening, Lisa hosted a small gathering for the neighbors and her unexpected guests. A long wooden table was filled with stew, bread, and shared stories. Laughter filled the room, warm and real. David sat next to Greg, listening to him speak about losing his wife the year before and how the community carried him through the pain. This place, ... David whispered to Margaret, "It's something else. It's humanity," she said, her eyes brimming. That night, as snow continued to fall softly outside, the Reynolds family sat before the fire. Lisa brought out an old photo album. "That's me," she said, pointing to a faded picture of a young woman holding a baby in a blizzard. "A trucker found me on the highway when my baby had a fever and our car broke down. Didn't know me, but he saved our lives." Margaret held the photo carefully. "You never forgot." "Never," Lisa said. "Kindness like that changes you." Ellie, now curled between her parents on a thick wool blanket, whispered, "She's like a snow angel." Lisa chuckled. "Just a neighbor, sweetie." When the storm finally passed and the roads cleared, the Reynolds packed up to leave. Their SUV, now freed from the snow, stood ready. But they felt a reluctance to go. Lisa hugged them one by one. "You take care now. And if you ever see someone stuck in the snow, ... you know what to do." Margaret nodded. "We do. We really do." Back home in Connecticut, life resumed, but the experience had transformed them. Margaret began volunteering at a local shelter. David joined a community task force for winter emergencies.
Ali?
Spoke at school assemblies about their blizzard. Story, always ending with a smile, because kindness is like snow, it falls on everyone. Closing message: there are moments in life when we are tested not just by the cold, but by fear, uncertainty, and isolation. But sometimes what saves us isn't a tow truck or a heater. It's people. Strangers who choose to care. A fire shared. A cup of cocoa. A neighbor who becomes family. Let this story remind us all that compassion costs little, but means everything. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe to The Kind Story. Disclaimer: this story is fictional or dramatized for storytelling purposes and complies with YouTube's policies.